Well, it appears we have a Brandon Aiyuk update as we continue to chill out here. But apparently, negotiations are starting to potentially pick up as Brandon Aiyuk has called for a meeting in person with the San Francisco 49ers. Now, is this a big deal? What do we make of all of this situation as I walk through the trees here that are growing in the middle of this lake here in Tennessee? It's quite beautiful, actually. But with this whole situation with Brandon Aiyuk, obviously we understand that it's been a lot of back and forth. And the fact that they want to have an in-person, face-to-face conversation is always a good thing. Now, obviously, this weekend, there's a bunch of updates. I haven't really covered anything because I'm out here kind of enjoying my time with the family, doing all that kind of stuff. But obviously, news keeps popping about Brandon Aiyuk and these contract negotiations. So the way that I'm looking at it is that I think Aiyuk is ready to get this thing taken care of. Now, obviously, it takes two to tango. The San Francisco 49ers are going to have to want to agree to whatever contract compensation he's looking for. And that's obviously where the issues lie because, all the reports have come out, with Brandon Aiyuk saying they don't want me in that whole situation, stirred up all the trade speculation amongst fans and content creators. So you had all the outlet, the big sporting account, the sports accounts, Bleacher Report, the betting websites, and of course content creators coming up with every single trade scenario for Brandon Aiyuk imaginable. And then the Jaden Daniels video comes out and all the speculation about trading him to Washington Commanders. And so we knew that was going to, come with the territory. But I think as this situation continues to evolve, I think the remainder and the outcome that we anticipate is still going to be the outcome, which is Brandon Aiyuk is going to sign a multi-year contract extension with the San Francisco 49ers. I still have my projection at around $28 million per year on average. I would say he would probably get over $70 million guaranteed based on what the other deals are looking like. But obviously, it sounds like he wants a specific number. Sounds like the 49ers don't want to cross that line. So that's just where we're at. So the news of the in-person meeting really, to me, just strike me as he wants to get this thing taken care of and really just focus on the next year and getting better and doing all that kind of stuff. But, hopefully you guys aren't stressing. I'm not stressing. Beautiful day out here swimming with the whole fam. Got a little setup. The weather out here has been phenomenal. This lake is absolutely beautiful. We got this super cool little spot. But this lake, surrounded by big rolling mountains. Here, we're staying kind of by Johnson City, Tennessee, I believe it is. So, yeah, that's probably why you haven't seen a lot of content from me lately. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still just relaxing, taking a little break. I'm sure you got a lot of other content creators holding you down in the meantime, but I just wanted to make a little video, show you the little scenery, where we're at. The ginger beard looking real red. Woo! Oh yeah. But birds chirping, kids screaming. Good time. And hopefully we will be celebrating Brandon Aiyuk's contract extension soon. But still very interesting that they requested a meeting in person. And again, I keep saying it in every video I make about the situation, but anything involving Brandon Aiyuk and the San Francisco 49ers is going to be a headline until the contract is done. So every little thing along the way, people, seeing Brandon Aiyuk tagging that he's in the Bay Area on an airplane and like, oh, what does this mean? And it's like, He lives in the Bay Area. And then obviously, okay, it does come out that he requested an in-person meeting. So that's good, I guess. But again, I haven't been really worried this whole time because I really don't believe the 49ers want to trade Brandon Aiyuk. I don't think that's something that is a reality. I think people believe it's a reality when they see that contract negotiations aren't going as planned. But I think people forget, at least outside the world of the San Francisco 49ers, is that Deebo Samuel requested a trade. And the 49ers still got him paid. So this is just how it goes. We know. And with training camp around the corner, that's kind of the invisible, well, I guess really the invisible deadline would probably be, there's probably a couple of them. One is training camp. One is week 1 of preseason or week 2. I would actually probably say week 2 of preseason because that's typically when the starters go, or week 1 of the regular season. And will Brandon Aiyuk hold out? Obviously, there's a bunch of new rules with the CBA that have an impact on players who hold out. So we'll see if that actually occurs. I don't think it will. I think the 49ers are going to pay Brandon Aiyuk. I think they're going to agree to terms, and Brandon Aiyuk's going to be there in training camp. I'm holding true. It's been the sentiment ever since the draft ended. Obviously, with the draft taking place, we knew anything was possible. You know, Brock Purdy even talked about it. He's like, you know, he was nervously waiting to determine if if Brandon Aiyuk was going to potentially get traded during the draft. But that never happened. So I don't think it's going to happen either. And I think that storm has passed. Now it's just crossing the finish line. That's really what it is. I think all this noise is an indication of how close they are in the deal. Now, obviously, this whole situation has been handled publicly in the media by both sides. And that's just the way it will continue to be. It's the way this particular negotiation has been managed on both sides. Obviously, we didn't hear anything about Christian McCaffrey. We didn't really hear anything about Juwan Jennings. But the Brandon Aiyuk situation, it's been front and center. Everyone's talking about it. It's been ongoing for months now. So that's, I think, how it's going to continue to be played out. So I think the bottom line is Brandon Aiyuk feels really comfortable with what he's asking. And when you look at the market and the way it shook out, I think it matches with what he's asking. And the 49ers, you know, just have to cross that line, or he has to take a little bit less than he wants. But I think that's just where we're at in this current negotiation. And so we'll see. We'll see how much longer it lasts. But we'll see how many more videos I make out here from Tennessee. I'll probably start making more, kind of ramping up the content a little bit later on in the week. But right now, just vibing, hanging out, spending good time with the family. Appreciate everyone who's tapping in, waiting for more content. But we'll be bringing more content to you guys soon. Peace.